This is video 2, a continuation of video 1. This video is titled, Tuan Guru Built a Community of Slaves in the Western Cape. But put yourself in the footsteps of Tuan Guru and those who were exiled together with him from the island of Tidore to Kaap De Goede Hoop, present-day Cape Town, Western Cape. The island of Tidore was colonized by the Dutch, which is now part of modern-day Indonesia. What a perilous journey by sea it must have been for Tuan Guru and others on board the ship when modern shipping was still a distant dream. Just imagine a ship dependent on its sails and wind to reach its destination in a stormy, turbulent, and unpredictable ocean with its uniquely God-given created natural ecosystem. Those who traveled by ship was fully aware that they were at risk of losing their valuable and precious lives. Their lives were uncertain and fragile on board a ship in the middle of the ocean. In today's world, how common is the tragic news of migrants drowning in overcrowded boats in stormy seas? Their desperate journey is the seeking of a better life and life-giving prospects in another country or region. So as a refugee or exile, you think of your family and loved ones back home. More so, whilst on a journey towards an unknown destination, away from what you would naturally call home. It is not unusual for migrants or exiles to be nostalgic of their motherland, the land of birth and upbringing, to affectionately journey back in their memories of events and happenings gone past, which was then called back home. Migrants or refugees in search of a new home or country to call their own can relate to Tuan Guru's dangerous journey by sea, homesickness, nostalgia, and so many other memories migrants and exiles relive in their minds and hearts. But knowing full well that where they are now resided have become their newfound homes. Exiles or migrants could rebuild their lives successfully in a wide range of endeavors and pursuits as a diaspora community with more than one home to call their own, one which they live in their memories of back home, and another in their newfound country, which they have wholeheartedly adopted over time, making their contribution in special ways. Tuan Guru's grandfather Habib married his grandmother Yaya Tahana Sari, who was part of the Sultanate royal household. This marriage empowered his family. His father was Abd al-Salam and his dearest mother known as Boki or Princess Nuri Niya. Tuan Guru as an imam lived his life intimately with the community. He was always at the service of his community and society from dawn to dusk, and even long into the night, because his time was theirs. Tuan Guru was part of a community of joyousness islanders, a community whose musicality is one of joyfulness and a deep sense of community bonding, a country and community enkindled by their mantras, chants, music, drums, other musical instruments, lyrics and folklore. Also the lyrics of songs and narratives of their ancestors, conveyed through varied dialects whose words speak the common language of their hearts. The soul has its own unique music, melody and distinct medium of communication. The islanders knew this best then and even now in a contemporary society. This was the joyful community and island from which Tuan Guru and others were uprooted against their will because of their resistance against colonialism and occupation of their motherland. Particularly traditional and folklore music have healing elements for those suffering psychological anxiety, trauma, and other inner ailments. It is informative that in the city of Andalusia, Spain, Muslim physicians and healers adopted music as a remedy and therapy to treat and calm psychologically challenged patients. Tuan Guru's banishment by the Dutch to Kaap De Goede Hoop also sprouted the seeds of early Islam in South Africa. He arrived in Cape Town in chains as a prisoner of the Dutch, but in heart, soul, and mind, he was a free man firmly rooted in his faith-based civilization. His leadership attracted so many slaves to the call of Islam. They found a social home, sense of community, and welcoming worldview. They felt liberated from the physical and mental chains of their slave masters. He, together with the rest of the Muslim leadership, created a liberated community where everyone was a brother or a sister in faith of one another. Generally, migrants or those forced into exile, like Tuan Guru, have a strong cultural and religious identity. Often, they have strong socio-political, economic roots and upbringing. Many migrants have a work-driven culture and are empowered as strong human capital which can add value to their adopted countries. To vilify all migrants as being more inclined to criminal behavior than the locals could be sheer prejudice against them, especially by those who are anti-migrant in their outlook and tendencies. Tuan Guru built a powerful community despite being oppressed in Kaap De Goede Hoop, Western Cape. He is a good example of the potential of migrants to add value to their adopted countries. Tuan Guru lived up to the end of his life in what is now called Cape Town. He was buried in the country he over time adopted proudly as his own. Forced exile over time led to his freedom of choice decision, making South Africa his adopted homeland. South Africa is where he contributed to the development of our country, society, and community. He was an exile, a migrant, whose impact on our lives could still be felt culturally, religiously, and intellectually in a contemporary South Africa. And through Tuan Guru's steadfast leadership in the face of adversity, he contributed to building a country and community on the southern tip of Africa.
Mm-hmm.